I haven't done a vlog since round 3 when I told you guys I had lost 90 pounds. At the end of round 3 I was at 110 pounds lost, and that was in October, I believe. So I just started a round 4, which I'll talk about in a minute, but first I want to answer some questions that people keep asking me. With everybody panicking about HCG not being on websites anymore. People keep asking me where I get my HCG from, and I keep telling everybody, but it's hcgfatloss.com. Problem is that the HCG that I've gotten from them in the past is no longer sold on their site anymore, so I really don't know about the 3 new brands that they have up, but the website itself has always been really reliable for me, and the HCG has always worked, so I still trust them. HCG Chica also has a vlog up if you want to go to her page, and she's giving out invitation codes to the website that she gets it from. So if you write her a private message and ask her for that, she will give it to you. I'm not sure how much that site charges, but I'm sure she'll give you the details. People keep asking me what I eat, and I really hate to talk about what I eat because we all know there's like 8 things that we can have on HCG. We all eat the same thing, but the truth is that I don't eat all that much. I've always been, a lot of people think that they have to have all 500 calories a day, and I only eat when I'm hungry, so I've gone as many as 4 days without eating. Sometimes, actually 5. This week I went 5 days without eating, so, and I don't feel hungry at all even though I work out, so it depends on how you do things. You don't have to follow what I do, but if you go by the book everyone thinks is so great right now, Weight Loss Apocalypse, she says that you're cheating if you eat when you're hungry, even if you're eating foods that are on protocol. So I don't agree with her book on a lot of things. I'll talk about that later, but that's just how I am. And when I do eat, I usually have either an egg or an EAS Advantage carb control shake. And that's just me. It's not pot, but that's what I do. Let's see. I started doing ketones this week thanks to a girl on Facebook who sent me ketone strips. And my ketones have been at 160, which is the darkest purple. And I thought that meant that I was dehydrated at first, but I'm drinking 20 glasses of water a day, so there's no way that I'm dehydrated. This is the first round I've ever checked that, so I don't really know a lot about it yet. I gotta still do some research. People keep asking me what are the extra things that I do while I'm on a round, besides just eat the 500 calories. You all know that I work out. I go to the sauna. Detox baths, which most of you know about. Cold baths, ice packs. I do the massage chair almost every day. I have a teaspoon of coconut oil in my coffee. Well, I hate coffee, but I drink it anyway because I hate Choco D. There's a lot of things that I do, but if you want to know those, you have to go to my Facebook because I'm getting kind of tired of repeating everything over and over. I have plenty of notes on there. If you friend me, my name is still the same. How to start a round if you don't know anything about HCG yet, how to prepare, how to have max weight loss, things that I do, the way I work out, all that's on there. So, let's see. People keep asking me what my final goal is, and I really have no idea. This round I just hope to get to 145. I ended the last round at 168. So, yeah, I don't know. That's the normal weight range, but it's the high of the normal. Normal for my height, which is 5'4", according to the chart, is 105 to 145. And since my body changed so much on HCG, I really can't go by how I used to look at those weights. So just take it one round at a time and we'll see. I don't know. One thing that I do in P3 is strength train. A lot of people have argued with me over that, and I do that because I feel that the more muscle that you have built up before P2, the more calories you're going to burn while on P2. And that's important to me. Maybe it doesn't do anything, I don't know, but it makes me feel better about myself, and I know I'm doing everything that I can do to get this over with, this round over with, and get this journey over with, because I'm really tired of being on HCG. People keep asking me how long it took me to lose 110 pounds. And I started in April and ended in October, but altogether only did 90 VLCD days. So 90 days to lose 110 pounds. So, let's see. People keep asking me how I feel about losing 110 pounds. People think that I should feel really good about it, but the truth is that I don't. I kind of have the opposite. Maybe someday I'll feel good about it, but right now I more have the feeling like I'm ashamed I ever had to lose it in the first place. So I don't feel good about losing 110 pounds. I'm glad that it's gone, and I'm glad that I don't have to lose it anymore, but it's more shameful because even though I can control myself now and do what needs to be done, I'm really angry with myself that I wasn't able to control my emotions and that I chose to purposely put on that weight. So maybe that will change someday, but right now that's just how I feel about it. People kept asking me if I felt better and looking in the mirror, and the truth is that I didn't. I lost the weight so fast, and it took me a really long time to get comfortable with the way I look now. Kind of like how HCG Crazy has been saying in our last couple of vlogs, it happens so fast that your brain can't process what has happened, and I just kept looking in the mirror, and it was like my brain couldn't comprehend what it was looking at. I just would sit there and stare at myself, and it was really uncomfortable and strange, and I just felt like it wasn't my body that I was looking at, and it took me a couple of months to finally feel like it was me, to get my brain wrapped around it, and now it's turned the opposite. Now I look in the mirror and I see myself 110 pounds fatter, just like I did before. I feel like I look exactly the same, and it's really hard for me to judge. So that's the thing about losing weight. Once you get comfortable, you start to feel like you're fat again, and I'm still fat, but you start to feel the same way you used to before, maybe because the pounds don't keep coming off. I don't know. Hoping someday that changes, because I know in the last few days I've been pissing some people off because I'm pretty negative and harsh on myself, and I don't see what other people see in me. People tell me I'm pretty, I don't believe it. I just don't see what other people see, so I'm a very harsh judge on my own self, and I really got to change that, or at least hide it from people, even if I'm thinking it, because it makes people mad. Let's see. Oh, the stuff that's going on with the military, y'all know I've been trying to get. My husband's been getting med boarded, and we're supposed to get orders. It was supposed to be this week, but now they're telling us next week. Once those come, we'll have a month to move. So I really don't know how long this round 4 is going to be. I'm just going to go until the day that we leave here, and hope it's long enough to finish my injections. I made a decision not to skip injections this round like I usually do. I usually skip during Tom and every 7th day, just to stretch it out and keep it going, and because, well, you're supposed to. But if I'm only going to be here another month, I need to use up all 36 of my injections before we leave. So hopefully I don't get immune to it. So far I've been on it for about a week, and I haven't had any cravings, any hunger, not even with Tom. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. I think I'll be able to get through the whole round without cheating or screwing it up, especially now that I know that HCG is hard to find, and I just don't want to waste it. I don't want to fool around and waste any more time. I just want it to be done so I can move on with my life and go on to some other goal besides just losing weight all the time. One thing I recommend is that you do blood work before and after your rounds, because there's more ways to measure your success than the scale. If everything is always about the scale, it's going to be really hard for you to stick to your journey. And people who are just doing this for vanity reasons to look better are pretty much serial cheaters and they never get anywhere. I've been watching one girl, every day on Facebook I see her for the last year, and she's the same weight that she was a year ago, even though she's been dieting every single day. And they go on there and post like it's not a problem, and if you can't fix if you're a binge eater or emotional eater, you really got to get that under control or get counseling or something, because otherwise this diet is going to be extremely hard for you to do. It's not hard to do as far as following the rules go. It's not hard to understand once you know what's going on, but it is hard emotionally because you have to deal with the emotions of why you put the weight on in the first place. And if you can't do that or you're not ready to do that, you're going to fail. And even if you do lose weight, you're going to put it back on. You have to fix those emotional issues or you're just going to keep getting fat. And then I don't want to hear people saying, HCG failed, I gained it all back, because it's not the HCG, it's you. If you're gaining your weight back, that's because you're doing something wrong. It has nothing to do with HCG. For me personally, I have PCOS, and before I started HCG, my ovaries were filled with cysts. I never got my period unless it was induced by the doctor. I had to have ovarian drilling done so that I could start ovulating, which didn't work, and I never ovulated, and now none of those things are issues for me. So my cysts are gone, I ovulate every month. My TOM is every 28 days exactly. It lasts for exactly 5 days. Everything is fixed. But that's one thing that I wanted to bring up about Weight Loss Apocalypse. She claims in her book that she's seen 5 people be cured from PCOS, and I'm sorry, but there is no cure for PCOS. It's something that you're born with, it's something that you die with. You can manage it, you can take care of the symptoms, you can do all that, but it's not going to go away. It is what it is, it's there. Like I said, you can fix the symptoms, but you're not going to cure yourself just because you fix it. It's because you're ovulating every month or having TOM every month, or you got rid of your cyst doesn't mean that you don't have PCOS. It's still there. There's still other issues going on that you might not see, and you're not going to cure it. Another problem I have with Weight Loss Apocalypse is not weighing every day. I understand why she says that, because she doesn't want you to be emotionally connected to the scale, but that's your job to not let that number control how you feel about yourself each day. If you're not checking each day, you're not going to know if you're doing something wrong. And even if you're doing POP, you're perfectly on protocol. Protocol foods can make you gain weight. Some people gain weight eating tomatoes, some people gain with apple, I've seen some people gain with cabbage, shrimp, all the things affect people differently, and it can make you gain. And if you're not checking every day, you're not going to know what you're doing wrong. And when you do finally check your weight, you're not going to be able to tell what it was. It's going to be a lot harder to pin down what the problem is, and you're not going to have as good a numbers. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that a few months back, other people decided to do the no scale challenge because they felt like they didn't want to be connected to the scale and have that dictate how they felt about themselves. But the men that were doing it, and you all know who I'm talking about, at least you oldies that have been around for a while, know that this person, he was so proud of his whole round and he only lost 13 pounds. And for a man, that's pretty devastating losses. And people have commented to me about it, yeah, it was because he worked out. Well, if he would have been checking his scale, he would have known how to adjust that. And you know what, after he did that round, even though he has come an extremely long way, he's never done another one again. He's never been back online, he's never been back on YouTube. He's never vlogged again, that was it. So I'm afraid that if you guys aren't checking and you have bad rounds because of it, that you're going to give up on HCG. So please make sure that if you choose to go that way, that is the exact right thing for you to do, or you're going to end up wasting your time.